Yeah.
We've been raining for 3 days out here, man. We got houses underwater, tsunami alerts. It's a little crazy. 3 days of sprinkling, and people don't know what to do with themselves. Good to see E looking trim. See he's been on the hospital pudding.
Yeah, good to have E. We need E healthy, man. We need him healthy.
Gotta have E healthy.
Do whatever it takes.
The big guns. The big guy.
I know.
Big guy.
I know the BCS. I know when you come on the BCS show, all things HIPAA are left out. But yeah, glad to be back. Appreciate the shout out.
The man was an absolute unit yesterday. Absolute unit. It was all he could handle, man. His body was going through withdrawals. Couldn't believe what was going on. The dude was dynamic, consistent.
Still giving out winners even with everything going on.
That's how serious he is. He's still giving out winners with the IV.
The synergistic effects that he put on the Bet Champ world yesterday were something to be reckoned.
How'd it feel, though, Whit, getting some winners, though? I know you were on top of the world yesterday.
I just couldn't get past Sachs. I'm really happy for you, Whit. I'm really, really
I am, though. I'm happy for you, man.
I was only 2 for 2. I stole Big E's pick, so I can't really take credit for that. So I batted 1,000, and then he threw me a couple guys that hey, here's some guys you might want to pick up, and I won some games at the wire. You know what I mean? So appreciate him.
The only real sweat we had was fucking Kincaid.
Hey, man.
He just disappeared after the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome back, Robbie.
Yeah, well, I think he called Vegas and was like, hey, because in the first quarter, he's like, hey, stop talking, let it come to us. And next thing you know, I had to put out an APB in Buffalo. They were like, hey, this dude's out here at the watering hole. Can't find him. So he caught 2 late ones to get us to, thankfully 45.
All game. You got 2.5 first. We got all game.
Well, we're back in action again, gents. Here we go. ZJ, Soch, man. We got E down below, and we got the Whitster over in the corner over there. Some good stuff happening. Big NFL weekend this past weekend. It's crazy to think now we have 3 games of the NFL left. 3 football games left. So it's wild. Get your books in now. But let's just kind of recap what happened this weekend, what went on. We could start off with that Houston-Baltimore game. What you guys saw, what you're thinking. Lamar, front runner, MVP.
Whit pretty much nailed it right on the head. They'll hang around, and then they'll just end up blowing the doors off of them, which they kind of did. You could tell if C.J. Stroud was a little shaky out there. The offense was a little shaky. Like I said, the Ravens gave up no big plays pretty much the whole time to him. Just can't let him beat you with the deep ball. And, they went scoreless in the second half?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. One special team touchdown. So Ravens gave up no.
Yeah, they actually – you're right. The offense didn't score not one touchdown, but,
it was a lot.
Better players, better team, better coach so far, experience. That's pretty much how that one played out.
No, yeah. It was great. They were saying Lamar said pretty much he went into that locker room and got every guy in their face, and he just let them know what was going on. Like, this is our time. And it really is, man. Those guys are balling. They're going to be tough to beat. Going to see what happens going up against Pat Mahomes next. Going to see.
Yeah. Here's what I saw with Baltimore, right, in that game. And obviously they're coming off, we'll call it 3 weeks rust, but let's go with 2. So it was a slow first half. But the thing, man, Baltimore, just everybody's involved, right? So Lamar actually had 23 yards less passing than Stroud in that game. But he had 100 yards rushing. Hill had 66 yards rushing. Gus Edwards, 40. New guy, Dalvin Cook, with 23. Flowers receiving, 41. Bateman, 39. Likely, 34. Beckham, 12. Andrews possibly coming back. My point is that this team, everyone's a player. This isn't 1 or 2 guys out there moving around. Yeah. How do you stop that? You're Kansas City. We'll find out. Andy Reid's a genius, but that's really what I saw from this was a complete game by the whole roster. Everybody ate. You go out there, everyone's eating.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it's scary too. I mean, good on them for letting Mark Andrews get some recovery because they're gonna utilize him a lot. I can guarantee it next week.
Yeah, I didn't know if those were the Ravens stats or Eric's lotto numbers this week, but like he got after me last week. He was like 12, 24, 79, 63. You can't stop him. All you can do is put another 3. And then I don't know what Lamar had rushing. I mean, honestly, I was disinterested by mid-third quarter. I saw that they were imposing their will in the first quarter. I knew they were going to come out. John Harbaugh's a far superior coach, more experienced. But it was. I mean, let's be honest, man. That game was. I wasn't interested in it to begin with, but at the end of the day, I think Lamar Jackson. I got something for you this week, though. I think it's going to be a different story, guys. I think it's going to be a different story.
Yeah. Cool. Well, all right. Enough said. We'll roll over to that San Fran Green Bay game. What you guys think about that? Jordan Love under the big lights.
It makes me as a Cowboys fan. Yeah, makes me as a Cowboys fan feel a lot better. From they were one field goal away from really putting pressure on them for a game-winning field goal. If Carlson just makes that, I don't think Love makes that mistake going down on the next drive when they just need a field goal to win because they're just playing, for overtime at that point. You don't have to force anything. As soon as I was literally watching it, and as soon as he did that cross-body throw, kind of jumping, I was like, I said pick right when he threw it. I was like, that just goes, towards his inexperience. And
yeah, that was a rookie move.
Rookie move. And like I said, pretty much this is rookie year, but
rookie move, man. First down, 2 timeouts.
First down, yeah, you have more.
Throw the ball away. It was completely unnecessary. I think that's maturation, right? So, but back to Jones, annihilation. There were words being thrown out that were very aggressive.
Yeah,
I
ate that one.
Yeah, I think you owe a lot of people an apology for the synonyms you were using that were so aggressive with annihilation and destruction, and I don't know why
Here's what I'll say, and this goes out to the viewers and listeners, because I've been on this all year long, especially with the competition on the BCS show with Sach. I've been so down on Jordan Love all year long, just from his start and everything. But man, those last couple weeks, these last couple playoff games, I mean, he is for real, so he's got my respect for sure. He's for real.
Yeah,
it's just like, but like we said, a little inexperience there with the last play of the game and everything. You got a couple more downs if you just really work and try to move something, but he'll be back. So looking for a bright future from him and from that team too with Matt LaFleur.
Just got a text from Love. He said thanks for putting his name out there. Put some respect on it. Appreciate it. Water under the bridge on the bigger and better things.
For sure.
Close. It was a close game. The weather, obviously it's clear now. Purdy doesn't like the rain. But you know what? That's what good teams do. You win in the end. He made that drive in the end to win the game. We talked last week about 2 number ones. There's a reason they're number 1 seeds, and then everybody was going on the week prior. Green Bay beat Dallas. God forbid, Houston beat the Browns, and they were setting up a parade in Houston. We already said that was Title Town down there. It's like, settle down, man. These guys, the number 1 seeds haven't come out the gate yet. I'm not saying it was pretty, but they won the ugly one, and that's what teams have to do. That's what championship teams do.
What does he say? There's levels to this, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There's levels, and we kind of saw that. I'm not expecting San Fran to come out like that again. We'll see what happens, but it's not supposed to be raining. See what's going on with Debo. That's the weirdest part, right? It's like you look at their offense, and they have so many pieces, and all year long, if one is out, it just affects the whole chain. Like nobody else can pick anything up.
I think what's crazy about that, like when Debo went out, you got to think that Shanahan, a fourth of his play sheet, it goes to like the tertiary call, right? Because it's like he's such a big. When you look at them, like Ayuk stretches the field, Debo, McCaffrey, and Kittle operate all within the same space, but all within different realms. So when you look at these things, you start to kind of say, well, Kittle, he's not scary to get deep. Ayuk could get deep, but now it changes everything. And then you got McCaffrey. I just worry about that. McCaffrey's calf, but the dude was rubbing his thigh. I didn't know what that was about, but that was all odd. And you got Debo out. He's 50-50 now, so the Vegas line is going to be weird with that. But you're exactly right. Like when you look at one player's out, and it's like, okay, now as far as the rain, hand size is the same as Mahomes. So people are like, well, maybe he has small hands. Maybe this is 9.25. Dude, it rained the whole game. So the thing was, it's not like he doesn't like to throw a wet ball. He was throwing a ball that I would argue was probably 1 to 2 pounds heavier than a normal ball because they just can't keep those balls dry the whole time. Secondly,
kind of like Jones, but go ahead.
Yeah, it downpoured the entire time. Now, talking to a dude who's got small digits, you know what I mean? But it's like, give the guy a break. He is like, okay, he played a playoff game last year, but he was significantly.
No, I wasn't. I'm not getting on him. I'm saying it won't be like that next week. I mean it was a bad day to weather, but I'm saying the team came out slow and Green Bay came to play. But there were 4 games. I think 3 losers woke up this morning thinking what could have been. And Houston Texans are saying, what does the future look like? Yeah. Man, we got a bright future. They're waking up today saying, hey, we got a bright future. Green Bay, Bills, and who else am I looking at? Green Bay, Bills. Tampa. Oh, yeah, and Tampa, right? They're all like, man, what could have been? Woulda, coulda, shoulda. One extra pass, one extra. And so that's what looked like this. Houston's on the ups. These other guys, it's what it is. There's levels.
2 things bothered me today, and this is not on our level at all, but Ryan Clark and Cam Newton, right? Cam Newton saying, hey, Purdy's a game manager. I told you he's a game manager. It's like, okay, dude. And you got Ryan Clark saying he was in the league of Mahomes and Allen and Lamar Jackson. No one said that. But he did play within the confines of the offense. And what I will say is I grew up near the Bay Area, and when you looked at Purdy, when they came back on the field, he played terrible. I wouldn't say terrible. He underperformed for 3 quarters. But when he came back out, he looked it wasn't a big deal. I'm confident. I just need to play within the system. It looked I was not going to compare him, but Joe Montana, very cool, calm, collected. Same thing with Steve Young. He came out, hands in the hand warmer. Hey, let's go out. And he went out with that one drive and scored at that young age. And so, like, these guys are comparing. It's like, dude, he's not on that superstar level, but did he guide that team to this, and this? 100%. He used everything within the confines of the offense. Do I think Purdy, that's the number one thing I have left in the playoffs is the NFC quarterbacks, I don't believe can take over a game. The AFC quarterbacks can absolutely take over a game. But do the NFC quarterbacks have to take our game, and is it an Achilles heel to be either or?
It's going to be interesting to see with Purdy next week, just because you could tell there's a little bit of nerves there. Like E was saying, they just kind of came out slow, and Coach Shanahan knew that too, that they didn't play their best ball there. And if you remember, like last year, he didn't even really play in the playoffs because he got hurt. So this is kind of still new to him. So it's going to be very interesting to see how he does next week, especially with these big lights. Win or go home for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Agree.
That'll be a I don't think that'll be as good of a game as people may think. I think, like E said, it's not going to happen next week. The Niners, I think they might steamroll them boys over there in Detroit. I really do.
We'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, Dan Campbell wants his guys to bite off kneecaps and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, but at some point, the little slogan that don't work.
Hey, these are the brand new Lions. These aren't the Barry Sanders, the 1991, 1997. These are the brand new Lions. I like what they have. I do think they're young. I think Goff. I think Purdy. If I was to take a quarterback, all things equal, I would take Purdy 4th of the 4 left. That's just me right now. I think Goff has just got that experience. He's done, more, and I think he's a little bit more accurate. But, man, it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. The Niners did not impress me with their run defense. I'll tell you that much. Aaron Jones had what he wanted when he wanted.
Aaron
The
Jones
Packers had what they wanted when they wanted. Gibbs, he runs angry, man. A little bit AP, a little bit Reggie Bush. I'm just letting you know, man. That dude has got two different gears in him.
Well, we could hop over to that then, the Bills Tampa game, just to recap kind of what you saw. I think with Baker, he definitely is deserving of a contract from Tampa. Dude stepped up big, didn't get the job, had that interception kind of late.
Yeah, at least I would say he deserves at least one more year. I don't know what's going to really happen over there. I don't know what the deal with Mike Evans may be. I don't know when his contract is up.
Baker said, he said too, he'd love to come back. He would love for Mike Evans to come back. Too.
Yeah, that's his guy. Him and Kate Auden pretty much those last couple games. That's why we went with him. He's been kind of his savior, on some late downs. But I mean, like we were saying, a lot of like the Bucks, even though they lost, that's still a win. Like they were not supposed to be there at all. No one would have picked them to be in that position before the season.
Yeah, everyone was thinking they were going to be like a 7-win team.
Yeah, honestly, and I mean they over exceeded, and the Lions dude Gardner Johnson, he's poking the bear at Baker throughout the game. So I was like, damn, I really wanted Baker to pull it off, man. But he turned in that last possession. He just did a bad throw, but I mean, it's going to happen when you pretty much got no run game and you're throwing the ball like that the whole time. They really didn't have a balance, and they had to come back. So,
yeah, I thought they ran the ball. They ran the ball better than expected. I think.
Yeah, they did a little bit.
When they got down 2 scores, I think they pressed a little bit. I've never been a big Todd Bowles guy. He was the Arizona defensive coordinator. He's had a coaching opportunity with us as well. So I'm not a big Todd Bowles guy. I think at the end of the game, I think his excuse was ridiculous. I think you empty all the bullets in your holster. I thought to say, well, they were just going to kick a field goal. It's like, hey, if I was on his team, man, he would have lost me. I'm like, it's not over till it's over. I think that I don't think he's the guy there. I do like Baker coming back there. I think he's comfortable there. I think he played well. I think coming into next year, they have some pieces. Mike Evans dropped a lot of balls in that game early.
He did.
There was a lot of opportunities missed early, but I think when they went down 2 scores, it was just on the road. It was too much. But yeah, I think if it was me, man, I'm getting rid of Todd Bowles, going to find a coach. I'm re-signing Baker to a 2-year with a 3rd-year option, and then we'll go from there. Go out and get a couple pieces. Maybe look at Derrick Henry. Might be a nice piece for Mayfield. Warm weather later in his career.
Yeah, I think the recipe, unless you got a McCaffrey, you're going to have to go a 2-headed horse in the backfield. I mean, a lot of these teams, they have dual running backs, like on the Lions. Yeah. The Niners don't need it because they already have McCaffrey. But, I mean, unless you got Mahomes or something like that, you need pretty much a two-set backfield with, explosive back and a power back. So I think they do need to go get just one more running back to help Rachaad White, and obviously that's going to help out Baker. But, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I'm with you guys. I give Baker his bag.
Yeah, he deserves it.
He deserves that. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Robbie said the Eagles defensive coordinator. Who's the Eagles defensive coordinator? Is that the trash one? Or
so they are interviewing Ron Rivera right now. Interviewing Ron.
They just fired today. They fired
their DC
guy. What was it? DeCease.
Yeah.
The dude Patricia.
Right?
Yeah.
Did they hire who?
They haven't hired yet. I like to, the move for that I like to see go there is Wink Martindale from the Giants. Got fired
from the Giants
this past season. Yeah, let him go to Philly. Tighten up the D. Used to be the Ravens defense. What do you think about that one, Robbie? They bring in Wink Martindale.
Wink.
So Ron Rivera is interviewing for that job.
Riverboat Ron.
God.
Which not a bad thing because I think Sirianni needs to get some folks that were head coaches around him. You know what I mean? I think that's his thing. But
yeah,
not Riverboat.
I think Ron should be done.
Yeah, I mean, enjoy retirement.
Yeah, enjoy it. Yeah,
defensive coordinator. You're saying you can't see. This is my thing. You can't say that's a humble man. He took it back, beat cancer. And I've had 2 head coaches.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me go back to where I'm from. Every person that's ever been in a leadership position, most things I speak to, man, I wish I knew now what I knew then, and I wish I'd go back and have that same responsibility with this knowledge. So I think it's a big thing for Sirianni. I think it's a huge asset for him. I think he fits Philadelphia well. Sirianni's on the hot seat, man.
Yeah, but you could bring Ron in as a consultant. You could bring him in as a coaching consultant. I don't need you as a DC. I mean, I don't know. See what they do. Wink's proven. Even look at the Giants defense last year. They were balling all through week 18. They played. Ron's defense.
A lot of pressure on that Giants defense too. Yeah, a lot of pressure on that Giants defense.
So that doesn't mean that the leadership piece isn't there, but it's like, hey, look, you can come in. Antonio Pierce. I was reading he's got Tom Coughlin coming in and another ex-coach that are going to be his advisors, but they're not. They're not going to be offensive coordinators or anything
like mentors.
Yeah,
because you don't.
So they can kind of help you see what you can't see. But I wouldn't see him on the bench there. But you're right, Sirianni. I think he's on. He's on. I see. You can't. What did he lose 6 of his last 7?
Yeah,
start 10-1.
Starting 10-1 in the city of Philadelphia. That ain't gonna work.
Ain't no patience there.
Nope.
Ain't nothing but hurt feelings in that.
You saw Doc Rivers. He had 2 bad years, and he's out for even the 76ers. So any head coach there over in Philly, 2 years. Short expectations, you're gone. So I think this is his last.
Doug Peterson.
They don't at least make the NFC Championship.
We could let's roll out the nightcap last night. Very good down to the wire game. The Kansas City Chiefs at the Buffalo Bills. Bills falling short, wide right. Couldn't get it going.
Scott Norwood, man, that had Scott Norwood written all over it, man. Wide right.
McDermott
Giants in the Super Bowl.
McDermott got saved.
I'm have to look at the old history books on that one. I don't know about that.
Scott Norwood, man. I'll never forget. I was watching that Super Bowl. They're playing New York Giants, and Scott Norwood was wide right, and my TV went out, so I plugged it into. I'm dating myself. I plugged the radio in, and I got it, and I listened to the wide right call on the radio with my little brother, man. I forget when it was, but it had to be 92, 91, 92, 93. 91, 92, because they played the Cowboys.
A lot of
93, 94. So, yeah. So that was tough. It was tough to see. I felt like it was going to go right. It was on the right hash. Bass has missed. He hasn't. He's been sketchy down the stretch. I like that. But man, the Buffalo Bills, man, it's just
And McDermott got saved after he went for that fake punt. He's lucky that they got that touchback in the end zone. I don't know why the Chiefs
with Damar Hamlin.
I don't know why the Chiefs right there didn't just let Pacheco run that thing in, get some easy points. They had to try a little trick play there.
I don't think the play was bad. I think Hartman's just got to say, "Hey, I got what I got," and secure the ball.
It was just too cute of a play. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we switching around?
Nicole Hardman hasn't even had that many touches, so that was like one of his first touches in a while.
It was just a weird play.
The thing is that I always say is like you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
Yeah,
and you play a dumb game, and you got a dumb prize.
So let's break it down to the calls, right? Like I like the Chiefs. I like the points with the Chiefs. I just think there's a lot there. I can't bet against Mahomes. I thought he gave him less opportunities. You saw Allen fumbled. That was a thing. You saw Diggs fumble early on. That Kincaid, I know he was like illegal. It's like that's just a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's just a penalty.
Illegal.
Well, jumping offside is illegal too, but it's just a penalty. He was calling for like jail time.
Illegal.
It was a real smart play by a rookie. Very smart play by a rookie. I just think when you look at the Chiefs, just less opportunities they're going to give you. Mahomes is more careful with the ball. He's patient. I think that's the thing that separates him and Allen is Allen is impatient. I think Diggs, he's got to catch that 55-yard ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a perfectly thrown ball. right in his hands in the
Gotta
glove
make a
box.
play.
You got to make a play there. That changes the whole game right there.
Yeah,
So-
I mean,
And as much as Diggs is on Allen, like that is on you.
3 catches for 21 yards, that's just not going to get it done, bro.
Yeah,
You can't be Stephon Diggs, 3 catches, 21 yards, 8 targets. One of the catches was 15 yards. So pretty much after that catch, he was non-existent the whole game.
Allen missed him on a few checkdowns, but here's the stat. This is the first game the Buffalo Bills have not had a play of 20 plus yards in a game. They only had 2 over 15 yards. And that's what I think we were texting on the group chat. That's what I would say is everything. I think I don't know if it's Casey's game plan, but looking back, it had to be, hey, let's just make him check down. Let's make him everything they did. Their 3 points looked way harder than Mahomes' 4 plays, field goal. Mahomes' 8 plays, touchdown. Everything Allen did, everything the Bills did, it just looks so difficult. It was like, man, they got 6 yards. They got 3 yards. It just looks so hard. And I think after a while, when he threw into the end zone, I think it was to secure, when Dawkins was kind of sitting in his lap, his left tackle got pushed back into him. He had Diggs underneath. I think he just got impatient.
Yeah, missed him.
So
he had him wide open too. He had him wide open.
The whole first half, the Bills, it looked like they were controlling it. They were running the ball so well. And then that went away in the second half. And then at the very end, they started utilizing Kincaid. And when they were using him, that was great because everyone's covered, right? You got to get some options going. But they just, I don't know.
You gotta watch the game and turn the sound off. So you're not listening to Tony Romo talking about, if I'm the Chiefs, I'd be so concerned right now. I mean, I'm really concerned this offensive line. The Chiefs controlled that game from start to finish.
Yeah, they did.
They went the whole first half. They never punted.
Yeah.
They never punted. They scored every time they had the ball. That's why I'm not in that. I'm not there, but that's why I think McDermott went with that fake punt. He's like, we're down 3. If I give him this ball again,
it's over. Sure. I'm down 10.
We haven't stopped them all game. We got to do this again. And I understand why, because I'm listening. I'm like, what I'm hearing isn't what I'm seeing. Bills are taking, like I put in the text with you guys, Bills are taking about 8 to 9 minutes off the clock. Look at how long the Chiefs drives, where they're like 2 minutes, 34 seconds.
Quick. Yeah.
It's 3 minutes, 48 seconds. They buzzed down that field every time they had it. And look, Bills' defense was decimated. It is what it is. That's what they should have been doing to that defense. But I think you saw it was like the Chiefs knew they're going to win. The Bills hoped they would win.
When you look at, like, the Chiefs haven't given up more than 17 points, I think, in the last 6 or 7 games. So, but yeah, it was like a toxic relationship. Like, Romo was like that girl that was telling you everything you want to hear, but when you really look at the behaviors and actions, it was really toxic. You know what I mean? It was like, this isn't really what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like, your actions are saying something much different than what I'm hearing.
It looked pretty until you turn the light on.
Yeah, just butterface.
Then interesting side note, right? Had nothing for nothing, but who fumbled in the end zone for the Chiefs?
Hardman.
It was Hardman.
Yeah,
Hardman. I think we talked about this before.
We were talking about
last week. Belichick actually practices. They don't reach out the ball. You'll never see a New England Patriot team that reaches for the end zone because there might be a statistical chance that happens. You take the ball from the 1 yard line, and we'll play it from there.
And good on Poyer, man, for stripping that. You know what I mean? Because that was another thing where, like, that was ball game.
Yeah, that was huge. If they score right there, up 10, that was huge.
But I just think as we went into the fourth quarter, you could almost feel the belt tighten on Buffalo, right? You were in the game, but it was like, oh, shit, here we are again.
Nobody wants to hear this, and I couldn't believe I heard it today that, hey, McDermott's our guy. Dude, there's only one guy, and it ain't Belichick. It's Harbaugh, dude. Harbaugh is built for Buffalo. Those fans, they would love him. He builds strong defensive teams. He grooms quarterbacks. I don't know why you're not saying Allen's in year 6. He's got Phillip Rivers' number, 2 Pro Bowls, like no Super Bowl appearances. Why? His statistics are the exact same as Phillip Rivers. You're at a crossroad. Go get Harbaugh. The dude is going to coach there for 5 years. Like, Belichick's 72. He can't cross that picket line from New England to there. Go get Harbaugh. Dude, McDermott, I love McDermott. He's steady hand. Dude, you need a juggernaut in there right now. And there's nothing that you don't do well that Harbaugh wouldn't improve.
McDermott took you from here to here.
Yeah.
Right? That's exactly. They can't beat the Chiefs. We talked last week. Well, what happens if they lose this game? They finally got the Chiefs at home. They finally, and here we go.
Buffalo's a different environment, dude.
Let's bring in a new look.
There's just teams,
and it'll take Buffalo one home game, and they'll love Harbaugh.
Yeah,
McDermott will still be cool. Hey, he's a good guy, but you can only take somebody so far. Jones, you play college ball. You know how that is. You can only go so far. Sometimes you got to upgrade to get to that next level. And I'm with you. Gosh, I was watching the game, and I'm thinking I'm getting old. Because I actually felt bad for Buffalo fans. That's where I was. I was like, man,
I felt a little bad too.
Yeah, there was a time I'd have been like, yeah.
Poor Buffalo fans.
I did, but there's a little piece of Buffalo I never would feel bad for. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing. You know what I mean?
Jones is getting ready to you're square. You better watch out.
I'm about to blow this thing. I'm about to blow this thing up.
Yeah. So other than that, I want to see him win, break hearts.
But best game of the weekend. It was the best entertaining game of the weekend, and it sets up where we are next week.
Yeah, where we are next. And and I just kept hearing, this is like that Manning Brady game and all that. But right now, it's like, no, this is that Brady Phillip Rivers game. Because Josh Allen has not been able to do it
in the playoffs. They're 3-3.
It's that one. It's the one-sided rivalry game that people always say.
It really is. I mean, Mahomes has just owned these guys.
You beat us in the regular season. Yeah, Buffalo. You beat us in the regular season. We got you in the playoffs.
It's Allen's a great 21 player, but he's not beating you in a real game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Mahomes has been in the league for how many years now?
6.
6 years, right? He's been to the AFC Championship game every year.
6 times.
Every year.
No, he's been in the league 7. He was a backup to Alex Smith for a year.
Well, yeah. I'm saying when he was a starter, as a starter, he has been in the championship game every single year.
Hey, I'm gonna make E smile with this stat. It's the first time since 2009 that there's a so there's only been 3. Since 2009, there's only been 3 quarterbacks in the AFC Championship League. Lamar in the AFC Championship.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mark Sanchez, it's Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes, and now we got so we had Joe Burrow. Now we got
Mark Sanchez twice.
Mark Sanchez is actually in that trivia question.
Mark Sanchez, baby, Cowboys legend.
Mark Sanchez.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean you can't argue.
Thanks, Whit. It took you a minute to get that out, but I appreciate it.
Well, I couldn't say it because I'm a USC guy and I hated Sanchez, and I think he's like the worst quarterback we've had. Even Matt Barkley in college, dude, he should have never left. Matt Barkley was a better college quarterback than Mark Sanchez was, so it's hard to give Mark Sanchez any love, especially with the fumble. And
where did
OJ Simpson go to school?
USC, baby. USC.
Yes, enough said for that.
It's a rough neighborhood. It's a rough neighborhood, man. We grew them.
Yeah. It's the Florida of the West.
But no, yeah. So some cool
Jones.
games this week. Yeah, absolutely killed it. You guys want to kind of review the plays we had this week? Smoked it this weekend.
Yeah, we freaking had
was on Saturday's games.
Saturday, that Dalton Schultz one was just a little too easy. It was. I mean, don't toot my own horn, but I was exactly how I pictured it going. Was just those short. Even he was saying those checkdowns is going to be Dalton Schultz and Singletary, and I think Singletary had like 5-6 catches. So that played pretty damn well into our hands for that one. Zeej, you had the George Kittle one. That one smacked pretty easy, and
he's huge, man.
And the longest reception one with George Kittle, that's another one that I had on that, and that hit pretty easy. He's always good for a freaking 20, 30-yard play.
Yeah.
And then E going in on Sunday, the Baker one was just a little too sweet. That was just too easy too.
Yeah.
I mean,
that was easy. That was my best play of the weekend.
We knew that was going to hit in the second quarter. We knew that was going to be good.
Yeah.
And then
Cade Otton,
the Cade Otton one was getting kind of scary, but then he just started smothering him with targets and freaking catches. And I was like, oh, now it's over.
Yeah, it was
that's why we say let give him the whole game. Give him the whole game. You know, in the BCS text chats, you know, we get 3 minutes into the game and somebody didn't cover. Witt's giving us the countdown. We need this many more yards and this many more receptions. It's like, hey, we got a whole game, guys.
We got 20
yards. Witt was getting antsy. He's like, "Where's Kincaid? Where's Kincaid?"
We called the police.
Called the police for a search warrant out for him.
Pull it out, Jones. Don't post it yet. Pull it out.
Anyone that goes to the club with me knows I'm not waiting till closing time. Anyone that knows me, I'm looking for her, and then we're trying to get to an after party, and that's all I'm trying to do in this game, right here. All right. So I had, to be honest, I took Otton I stole E's pick. I took Baker over. I think I got him at 260.5. I think E got him at 258.5. So I got those two easy money, and then I took Kincaid.
You took Mike Evans too, the touchdown.
Mike Evans anytime touchdown, and I didn't lay it, but I told people I would lay it. I didn't get around to it because I had some other prop thing going. I had the Chiefs covered, so they had 2.5. I think they went to 3. I can't wait for this week. I'm gonna go big this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew when Witt wanted that Kincaid pick, I was like, oh, he's feeling a little hype right now. He's trying to get a little extra.
He wanted more.
He wanted some action on that late night one. He was feeling too good.
He still wasn't satisfied.
When you go for 3 for 3, you start thinking about the cycle. You know what I mean?
You want to hit that home run just to put him to bed.
It's like, hey, this isn't a fluke, man.
But yeah, that just brings us back to Bet Champ Show. We're throwing out free picks to you guys every day. NBA football, we're huge on right now, killing it.
5-0 weekend.
5-0 weekend. Had some killer plays this morning for the NBA, looking nice. So yeah, just throwing it out there, you guys. Follow the socials. That's at the Bet Champ Show. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and X. And we are just killing it. We are here for the people. We just want to beat Vegas as much as we can. We got the boys in here. We got the experts, Big E, the Whitster, Soch. We're doing all the hard work for you guys. We just want you guys to come along, make a little money, and we'll just have a ball. But that brings us into the lines now for next week, this coming week, for the Sunday games. Like I said, 3 NFL games left on the season. It's crazy that we're already here. But for that first game, we have the Chiefs versus the Baltimore Ravens. That will premiere Sunday at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Chiefs right now at plus 3.5. They were plus 3 this morning, so it's gotten bumped a little bit, with the Ravens being minus 3.5 at minus 108.
I like the Chiefs with the points, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, it's tough to go against the Chiefs right now.
I love what he says, but I think Lamar Jackson makes some mistakes. I think you'll see a fumble. I think you'll see something dialed in. I don't know if they have one guy they can go to. Flowers, but that's about what they got. I think Lamar Jackson obviously is their weapon, but I just think Mahomes. This is a classic Brady to the upstart dude who's trying to get his first win. I just don't see it. I know it's on the road. I think Mahomes has turned into like he's salty, man. He's like trying to prove something because thinks people aren't giving him his due. I like them with the points, 100%. I'm taking the Chiefs with the points, and I'm not going to waver on it. You can book it Monday. I'm going to have the same answer on Saturday.
Wow.
What? So taking the points at plus 3.5, you're liking that? Did 100%. You think of the money line at plus 156 at all?
The money line? I mean, if you're going to take plus 3.5, why would you not take plus 156? They're going to win, right? Yeah. So just take the money line. Because I honestly think, well, number one, it depends how conservative you are. You know, we all have different portfolios. But what I'm saying is, like, who would not take Patrick Mahomes against anyone in the NFL, regardless of the week, at plus 3.5?
Yeah.
Why would you not? Like,
yeah, I'm on the same page with you. I'm leaning probably.
He's like, that's me. I'm that dude.
I'm probably gonna go Chiefs plus 3.5 on this one.
He's like, hold that. I got the smelling salt.
But bounce on the other side of things, guys. Lamar Jackson, front runner right now for the MVP. He's got the chip on his shoulder too. You know, he hasn't really been in the conversation because of his playoff, what he's done. And this is the game to do it.
I like Baltimore. I'm gonna stay with it. I gotta see where this line ends up, though, right?
I mean,
they put the hook on it, and that's just like, damn. But yeah. I like Baltimore. They've done it all year. They went to San Fran, beat San Fran. The thing that gets me with KC is, and the playoffs have been different. I understand that, but it's like, what are you going to do when you get to KC that can't catch again? And kind of like to answer Witt's question, Baltimore this last week, they spread that game out like I told you. They just didn't need one guy. It was spread out. I'm not saying this is going to be a crush. It's Andy Reid. It's Patrick Mahomes. It's the Kansas City Chiefs coming to town. It's the main event, right? I like this game way more better than the one in the NFC. But, yeah, let's see. Like, I'll take the home team. I'll take Baltimore. I'll know more Thursday. We'll see where the line's at. We'll see if Andrews is playing. But, yeah, let's go. That's all I want. Let's hurry up and get this week over with. Let's go.
No,
hopefully I find some props. I don't like the line, so hopefully we can find some props in there for you guys.
Yeah, Absolutely. This is going to be a prop game for sure. It's going to be a prop.
I'm with you on this one, though, E. I'm with the Ravens on this one. They've been playing some terrific ball. You just got to keep the momentum rolling. And they knew they didn't play their best ball this past week, too, to start the game. But then when they came to play and saw what they can do, that's the team they are.
They do that.
And the other – I think KC well, they don't know yet, but KC lost their guard in the fourth quarter as well. So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I think he's done.
And the other thing to add to that is MVS had a –
they put it on. They were everybody was grooving. That team's special when everybody does their thing. But they go back to heavy hands, and then you're like, oh, shit, you know. I don't know. Who am I to bet against Patrick Mahomes? I'm crazy, but I just felt Baltimore's been doing it all year.
It's scary, but it's like what you guys said with the Bills-Chiefs game. I mean, the Bills were hoping they were going to win. The Chiefs were in their head already. I don't think the Chiefs are in the Ravens' head right now. Yeah. I think the Ravens just want a ball.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one to watch. I think when we get some more info throughout the week on injuries and stuff like that, it's going to be a little bit easier for me to pick a side. But
and like Witt says, let's just hope everybody stays healthy.
Yeah. But I'm not moving off it. If you gave me the Chiefs at plus 3.5 right now, I'm good. Matter of fact, it's not changing for me. It's not changing for me. I'm not going against Mahomes, and you give me 3 points. Like, I'm just not doing it. I think he's going to find a way. I think when you look at, like, but he still had the longest run in the game against Buffalo. He still rushed for over 50 yards. Like, it's not like the people act like Lamar Jackson is that much far superior of a runner. Dude, Patrick Mahomes is that dude. And Andy Reid, I love Harbaugh. Don't get me wrong, I love Harbaugh. But, I mean, Kelsey, dude, you're trying to stop Kelsey, and the dude goes for, like, 2 touchdowns and 79, 81 yards. It's like, okay, we got to – if you go in that game plan, it's like we got to stop Kelsey and we got to contain Mahomes. You're not going to stop Mahomes. But you could – how did you not stop Kelsey? Like, how is he that wide open in the end zone?
Yeah.
Like, that's that dude. You know what I mean?
That's why they play the game. Baltimore's been in some big games this year, and they won them.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes.
They stomped them a lot of the times. They were steamrolling people.
So where you at on this, Sach?
I'm on the Chiefs. I'm probably not going to bet.
The left side of the screen is aligned. Yeah. They're sane. They're here to talk about the reality of the situation. The right side.
The left side of the screen has also had a couple in them tonight. So There might,
I'm not changing. I put that on text earlier.
I mean, this is kooky because they played the NFC West, so and the NFC, but they beat out of the NFC champs. They beat Detroit 38-6, and then they put a 33-19 on San Fran.
Yeah, that San Fran game was.
I mean, yeah, Baltimore's already proven it against the 49ers. We'll see, guys. We'll kind of see.
56 burger on Miami.
Yeah,
they swept the Chargers with one game with Burrow. I mean, I'm not saying they could lose this. I'm letting you know they played in big games and came out on top.
They've been here.
Where we go.
Yeah. We'll see what happens by this time come Thursday for the next night show and everything. See if any line shift or anything.
Yeah,
like you said,
they're not gonna be hoping to win like Buffalo was.
For sure.
I think they're going to go in there thinking they can win. And then
I don't think they have that bad juju or like, dude, Buffalo, I told you guys last year, I said, it stays close. You start saying, well, here we go again. Here we go. I don't think Ravens are going to be doing that, but I still like if it's a one-score game and Mahomes has the ball.
I can't tell you you're wrong. And Andy Reid. But
what he was saying too, though, they did put the hook on it. This morning it was -3 +3 and everything, but you could tell they put the hook on it.
If you're going to bet the Chiefs, you probably want to take them right now because I guarantee probably by game time it's going to be a 3. So.
It started out immediately following the game. It was +2.5.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like it'll even out at 3 by game time. So any Chiefs player or any Chiefs picks out there, probably want to take them now.
Cool stuff. Yeah, we'll check back in on the Thursday show, and then of course we'll go over it on Saturday more when lines start developing. Next up, we got that last game Sunday, 4:31 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We have the Detroit Lions versus the San Francisco 49ers. Right now, Detroit is +7 at -118, and the 49ers are of course -7 at -104.
I'm going, like I said earlier, I think the Niners are going to beat them by 2 scores. So I just think that defense, they let Baker throw like that, and this offense on the Niners, a lot more weapons. Even if, it's hard to say because the Debo injury, but damn, I still just think that the Niners are just going to do some pretty bad things to that defense. And obviously, I don't expect the Lions to just run over that San Francisco defense either. But, yeah, if I had to pick, I'm going to pick – well, no, I probably will pick the Niners to cover. What is it at right now, 7?
-7. I love that too.
I like the 7.
I feel like the Niners got a wake-up call with the Packers. They got a big wake-up call.
Yeah, you can't
they can't come out slow this one.
And that happens to teams with buys. And, they had pretty much a double buy because week 18, they really didn't have to go out there and play. They already locked it in. So teams like that with the double buy, we saw it in both games. The Ravens came out slow. Niners came out slow.
The big factor,
figure it out this week.
The big factor here is going to be if Purdy can execute.
Yeah, I think Shanahan will figure that out. I think Dan Campbell's going to screw it up, dude. I said it last week. He really didn't screw up the game, but I think he's just going to do something stupid, play-wise, going it for on 4th down, trying to do too much. I just think he will. That's just me, but
I can see that. I like the Niners at home as well, and then Thursday I'll let you know. But right now, man, It's not my best yet, but I'm thinking Kittle's Ayuk. They keep boiling to the top on that defense. Ayuk, Kittles.
Kittle and Bits.
Yeah,
we'll see where Debo is.
It'll be interesting to see what Kittle's player prop's going to be at because him with the yards, man, this year has been really clutch.
Yep.
Well, I know his longest reception. That's what I'm gonna look at.
What are you thinking, Whit? You're out there in California.
I'm thinking I'm going to go with the Lions on this one. I just think.
Oh, never mind, Whit.
Yeah, I didn't know I had the Kobe Bryant voiceover. You know what I mean? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I like the Lions with the points. I'll take the points with the Lions. But I think I'm going to go with I think it's going to go to 7.5 personally. So I'd wait on that. Contrary to the other game, I think there'll be some hype. I think when Debo stuff comes out, if Debo's a go, I think you'll see that go to 7.5, maybe even 8.5. So I would look to the points for that Lions, but I think the player prop there is going to be, like you said, I think Kittle. I think you can look at some McCaffrey props, man, I like the Lions with the points, so I'll be taking the Lions with the points unless it goes.
So you like both road teams?
I do. Well, with the points.
Yeah.
I do with the points. I think it's gonna be closer, and I just think you just see things in the Lions. It's the law of the big Mo. I just think they have that. I think if you look at the Niners, they've kind of sputtered down the stretch. Now I don't know if they get their legs underneath them. I think Shanahan's a much more astute dude than Campbell. I think he's just pure Detroit, energy, like smart, strong, like Bull. But when you look at Shanahan, I think he's going to have some things there. But when you look at Goff and Purdy, man, I think Goff, he just has command of that offense. He knows where people are. He's not. I don't know that there's going to be a lot of mistakes unless they're forced into it. So I think if the game stays where it is, I think the weather's nice. But man, Gibbs, I like Gibbs. The Niners have not been able to stop the run. I just think it's going to be closer than people think. Why would it -7 to start out? I just don't see it. Not if Purdy plays that way, and Debo's 50-50, and McCaffrey's got a calf. I don't know what's going on with that type thing, and they haven't been able to rush the passer. So,
Here's what I'll say. It will be interesting to see what the player props are going to be for Montgomery and Gibbs. My only problem with that is if the 49ers start to get up a good amount early, there's not going to be a lot of running there. So that's kind of where my concern is with the running backs over on the Lions right now.
I think they have the weapons to spread them out, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like it's what Sach said. I mean, a lot of these teams, they just have that two-headed horse, and that's what the Lions have been doing good with all season. Jahmyr Gibbs, Montgomery, and those guys run hard.
We'll see.
I like it. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting. The Lions. That's a big spread.
Yeah, I would honestly look at Laporta, Sam Laporta.
I
was waiting for someone to say that.
I love Sam Laporta. I love a good tight end, bro. I love a good tight end.
You got to open up the middle of the field.
I
So
love me a good tight end, bro.
It's interesting. You brought that up because Fred Warner, Laporta, right? It's going to be interesting, right? And then the safeties for Detroit. It's going to be interesting. But the matchup I'm really interested in is Kyle Hamilton and Kelsey.
And Detroit just signed, was it?
Ertz.
Just signed Ertz too this week.
I think they did that because Sam Laporta was looking a little wobbly out there. Yeah. He didn't look – well, obviously he's not 100%.
Well, Wright's out. They already said he's out. So you got Laporta. He's had the brace on his knee. But I could see a couple, 2 tight end sets where it's a little bit different. But Kyle Hamilton back to the Ravens game with Kelsey – I think Kelsey, this is the biggest safety, most athletic safety he'll have faced. I think if they can do something with that matchup, I think you'll see that his production mitigated a little bit. And then obviously with San Francisco's defense, I think Laporta being hobbled a little bit, that'll be interesting. So we'll see how Ertz plays.
And Fred Warner is one of the best, hybrid, cover linebackers in the league. So yeah, that'll be an interesting matchup too.
Cool. Yeah, we're early right now, guys. So, like he said, I'm excited for this weekend for sure. It's going to be – and I'm just pumped to see what these player props are going to be because that's kind of where our bread and butter is right now. Bring on the weekend early. We'll hop into more of that on the Thursday night show, see what happens. But big things, too, right now in the NBA. The big men in the NBA are going crazy. And B just went for 70 points tonight. Karl Anthony Towns went crazy tonight.
62 franchise record. 62 for Cat.
Big men going crazy. The Joker and the Nuggets beat the Celtics over the weekend at home, broke the streak. So
Wembanyama is a freak athlete.
Yeah, Wembanyama went
big
crazy.
man's league.
Point. We had points plus rebounds tonight for Wembanyama for the morning show. Killed it. 30.5. Smoked it. So, yeah, big things coming for the NBA.
Durant says he belongs in the GOAT conversation. I mean, things are wild. Things are wild.
Yeah. And then we had a freaking so we put our player prop video on YouTube every day, every morning. And this was one of the comments that we got on our last video.
Who's that? Who's that? Who's Adam Driver?
He's a cat from Star Wars, the actor.
Are they talking about Zach?
No, they're talking about ZJ. So when did Adam Driver start?
He put the back up on the screen.
So they put up Adam Driver.
Hey man, we need to change the screen name. Change the screen.
I like it. This is getting like the TNT show where they all come up with the Barclays chat comment.
I don't even know who that was.
Oh, put it back up. Where we at, Sach? Can we get it back up there? Let's all analyze it forensically.
It's crazy too. It would have been brutal if I still had the long hair and the mustache. That would have been brutal.
You guys see this? My screen?
No.
All right.
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, that's awesome. Who was the one that said it? Thank you, whoever put that in. Bring in some more.
Bring us some more. Yeah, that's the best. So the other day, right? So I look at us like a band, right? Like we're like a band. You know, we'll say CJ, Adam Driver's the lead singer, whatever. But I'm out on TikTok just scrolling. You know, I got some time on the commercial, and CJ's out there doing a solo show. He's on TikTok DJing.
My God! No.
I gotta click on it live. I'm like, request a song. He's out there just grooving, just a whole different outfit. I'm like, you can't let the friends know. Yeah, man, like he had his own thing going on, touring away from us.
There he is. There you go, Whit.
There he is.
That's what the people said. So you tell me.
Tony Carroll, we appreciate it.
Who's the kid?
Yeah, shout out Tony. Thanks.
And ZJ cut his hair a while ago, and he looked more like that.
Well, he had that dirty stash in the studio all the time. I was like, what's going on here, man? He's got a casting couch over there in the Denver studio for a while.
A casting couch. No, shout out to Whit for the plug. Yeah, you know, every once in a while I like to shake it up. I got LB radio going on late night stream for about 2 hours or so, requesting songs, playing songs for the next commercial free hour with your boy ZJ After Dark.
And what does the LB stand for?
Loverboy Radio.
There we go. I just want to get that.
No, it was cool though, because you know a lot of people were coming on. You know, it's a cool environment.
It is.
Songs are playing. We've gotten some. Robbie was actually.
Robbie was in there too when I was in there.
Yeah, so
Robbie's everywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm still plugging the pod in there too.
So Eric, I'm scrolling right, and I'm like, what the hell? So I click. I get in the live room, and I said, hey man, and he's like, and his face, like he's trying to do his thing, but he looks. And he sees me pop up. Now I'm in the live. He's like, we got Win in here. And I saw, I was like, hey man, let me get some old school Usher. What would you like to hear? It's not really what anyone's requesting, right? So he's like, you're off the track, this and that. So, but it was funny, just like, what is he doing right now? My man,
proud of you.
He's over there acapella, man.
Jones told me a long time ago, you got to have different flows of money coming in, different avenues. You can't just stick to one thing.
Have to.
Jones told me a long time ago.
Nah, it's good.
Have to.
I got to get out there for a show.
No, so I was. We'll talk more obviously off air, but I would love to do a live show for the Super Bowl. A pregame show for the Super Bowl. That'd be cool if all of us were there live throwing out picks out before, kind of what me and Sach did before the wild card weekend. Well, with all of us, do a watch party or something again. The watch party was cool. Yeah, and like to what he was saying the other night, it would be cool to have like a watch party on the stream and everything, and us kind of analyzing what's going on with the plays going on. But we'll get there eventually. I just wanted to say that this show's been going super great. It takes consistency and everything, but it's been awesome.
Breaking the bank on TikTok.
We're growing. Yeah, we're growing. We'll grow some more. We just want all the viewers and listeners to know that, like I said, we're tossing picks out to the public for free right now. Take advantage of it. We're analyzing these games. We're not just pulling them out of our ass or anything. We're all here. We're here having fun because we love to do it. We love sports. This is why we're here. So yeah, huge shout out to the fellas.
I like it.
Everything. You guys got any last remarks though, or anything?
I like the Warriors tonight. They come off, get an emotional win. Like I said, I like the Lions with the points. I think you'll see that growth. And I like the Chiefs with the points, but I think it's going to be Chiefs-Niners early. May leave the right to reserve, but I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs all the way through, unless we see some big injuries across that team. But I like the Chiefs, and I don't think that's going to change going into the weekend.
Chiefs-Niners, huh?
What you thinking,
In
Sach?
the words of Brent Musburger, cashing tickets is what it's all about, and that's what we're trying to do here, guys. Also, thanks to all the viewers with their well wishes. Heard about my situation yesterday, so appreciate you that. Everybody sliding in my DMs. Appreciate that.
My man's the Cal Ripken of the Bet Champ Show. Never misses a game. You can call him Brett Favre. You can call him Cal Ripken. You can call him the Iron Man.
I was ripping IVs out to get here today, guys.
Just don't call him late for the Bet Champ Show. He's got a, he's got a bag below the screen right now, but he's here.
What you say? Good deal.
What you got, Sach, man?
For what?
Just anything you'd like to throw out there
for America before we sign out.
Just appreciate you guys being here. Appreciate everyone, popping in, leaving messages. Appreciate, all the funny laughs that we've been getting. But
fucking call your mom, Zach.
NFL's
call your mother. I feel like that scene in Rocky.
Awesome.
Stallone's like,
thank you. The viewers are crazy. I appreciate all the viewers. That is awesome.
It's only up from here. It's gonna get. I can see a lot of comments, a lot of trolling in the future.
And we're getting trolled with a little amount of followers. Could you imagine when there's a lot of people watching? Oh God.
Go visit your mother.
We're gonna be getting slammed. But no, it's been great. Big weekend in NFL. We're gonna smash it hard again. Give out the the best props and do our research on everything. Like ZJ said, we do the work for you guys. Wit, Zeej, we only give out the best plays that we know with confidence. So it's gonna be a fun one.
Absolutely. Well, that will do it for this tonight's show, the Bet Champ Show After Hours edition. Again, we are on every Monday and Thursday night, 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for all you late listeners, as well as you can join us in the morning for Sach and I's NBA Player Prop Edition. That's Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then all four of us, we like to get together on Saturdays as much as we can before the action starts for those later NFL games. That'll be at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. But again, follow us on the socials, check us out, see what we're doing. And that's a wrap for tonight's episode, ladies and gents. We'll see you at the cash counter.
Boom.
Peace.
Yes.
Call you.